Okay, we're here to the 38. Now, what I'm about to do is actually pretty common. These toolboxes rattle. Somebody has repaired this lid here and then repainted most or all of this box. But I have a beautiful original paint toolbox that we're going to put on. That does not mean just because this got repainted that this is a repaint. This is real common for people to touch this or that up as they did this or that. Just like you guys saw on the greenie, that some brilliant person decided to blast the chrome off the air cleaner and repaint it at one point. So those air cleaners 20 years ago, people were throwing them in the trash. I know guys who saw somebody just put a stamp on that. That wasn't Harley, man. They only make the big ones. And unfortunately, all those blowhard experts wanting to be big men and talk have really ruined it for a lot of guys trying to learn stuff. So we're going to take this off here. Put a 1/2 inch wrench on the inside. There's a little screw on this side here. And being that this has obviously been often repaired, I have no way to prove that yes, this is the original screw or not on this particular bike. It is what's on here, so it's what we're going to use when we put it back on. So we'll just stick that on there.
What do we get?
So it's a nice original nut and washer, and I would say that was a NOS nut and washer when that got stuck on. Look how beautiful that is. I'm going to stick this right here where we know where it's at. And this is a Phillips head here. And we got a nice wide screwdriver, so we should be able to just unscrew it. Okay, now there's our screw from in the back. So now they make all this stuff. So you know, maybe it's a old dude special. Don't know. It's been off. It's been repainted. These are, you know, they made these screws all the way up into the 70s. Here's we have an old one. Here we have a new chrome one. So what was on this originally? Don't know. So we have a beautiful original strap. You can still see the paint underneath it here. So we're going to clean this up here while this is apart. We're going to do a second video because you guys take a little bit to clean this up, so you really don't need to see that. I'm just going to kind of wipe it off a little bit, and while I got this off, we're going to come back with our original paint one, and we're going to stick it on with some definite real screws here. And we're just going to use this there and put it back together. Now usually these were assembled with a special tapered star washer, so I'm going to root around real fast and see if I got a couple. If not, I'll just stick it together with some special juju that'll make sure it stays tight. So, and explain what that is. So we'll be right back for number 2 of this. All we're doing is bringing this bike at a higher end up to life here, and we'll be real happy, I think. At least I'll be real happy when I get it all correct. But for those who are going, what's all this over here? Now that I got this box off, I can pull this out here, which I'm going to do. I can put it in the solvent, because I couldn't do that with the box in a way. So I'm just going to stick the box on so you see it, and I'll have to pull it back off to put this back on. But this is our chain adjuster. I'll pull this off here, so you can see that gone. And this here is where our rear crash bar went around, and I literally had to beat these out. They were rusted in place. So we got them out, we got them loose. We're going to have to clean up the holes when we put it all back together. But the rear end of this bike never been apart right here since prior to it's being found, if ever. And we're doing the same basic maintenance on this bike as what we're doing on Greenie over there. We're going to pull this seat post apart and clean it up. We're going to go through the clutch where you yank the whole front end off. It's a good running motorcycle, but the problem is I don't know when any maintenance has been done to this bike. And it has a couple little issues, so we're going to upgrade with stuff that we have as we go. So we'll see you on video 2 here in a minute, and this will be out. This is why. And I'm just going to put the box on. Then I'll have to come back in and pull it back off to put this back on, but this has to be cleaned up. So see you on video 2 in just a minute.
Oh, stop this.
Stop it.